All right, it's recording. Hi, my name is James Burrell. I'm giving a talk to the National Association of Certified Hypnocounselors. It is September 21st, 2016, and I've been asked to talk here today because I was a close personal friend to Dolores Cannon. I'm not a hypnotist, although the only person I ever did hypnotize was Dolores Cannon. Tried a different technique that nobody ever did before. I've been involved in hypnosis ever since I've been a small child. Basically, growing up, I would have dreams, and in my dreams, people from the future and the past would talk to me. They call it parallel lives. From every time I met Dolores Cannon, I would continually tell her, Dolores, there is no such thing as reincarnation. And she would look at me like I was crazy. I was like, Dolores, we live in a third dimension. You get rid of time, and everything happens simultaneously. So reincarnation, mumbo jumbo. If she's hypnotizing me and all of a sudden she's talking to somebody that I was 2,000 years ago, that happens simultaneously. I remember a life that I lived 2,000 years ago, and then growing up as a child, the life that I have in the future, I don't remember that life, but I remember being hypnotized and them asking me questions. What I can tell you is Fort Knox in the future is underneath the ocean. And ever since I was a small child, they always continually asked me, well, we need to break in there and get all the gold. And I was like, well, that's stealing. I'm not going to tell you how to do that. And I'd say roughly in my 20s, I came up with the solution. I'm an inventor, and I invented a way for them to steal all the gold in Fort Knox, how to get it from under the ocean to the top of the ocean and bring it out from in the middle of the ocean. I will obviously not tell you how to do that, because if I put it in a book that I'm supposed to write, that I've been told ever since I've been a small child that I will write eventually, then there's no reason for me to ever be asked that question. It'll be in a chapter, and they're saying, yeah, this did happen. So in the future, these people that hypnotize whoever I am, they know once they find me that eventually they're going to get the information out on how to get that gold out of the Fort Knox. My past life, I'll get into that a little bit later, but I was living 2,000 years ago, and I was in a scene. My job was to manufacture this ointment that I seen on Nova Special that's been written about for thousands of years, and then it just disappeared off the planet. It was like an ointment that healed leprosy. It's the same ointment that Jesus used to heal the lepers. It disappeared off the planet, and then I go out to an invention in Pittsburgh, I forget, Impex, and I go there and I run into a Filipino guy who reinvented the exact ointment that I was manufacturing for the Essenes. So just goes to show you everything runs in circles and things recombine. And he got a patent on it, and it works. I had a cancer up here, a cancerous mole on my back, a mole here, got rid of it. Basically the ointment aggravates the skin and causes the skin to blister up, and then once it blisters, it like explodes and then collapses. I got rid of a wart that my father had for probably 40 years in his hand. Could not get rid of it. I got rid of it. You look at his hand, it looks like it's brand new. That's something I forgot that I want to bring up later. Does it say I'm almost out of 10 minutes? Not yet? All right. The videos that'll be being posted on YouTube, it'll be YouTube. I am JW Burrell. I got that yesterday. And I have the domain name jwburrell.com. I'll be doing a lot of posting. Some of it might be some nice cars that I see. Some of it might be I'm a cook. I like to cook a lot. I might be putting up how to cook, different techniques, different, just something different. This, I'm not going to do that often. Any questions so far? Because I'm going to end this one and start another one. Nothing? All right. Huh?
What is the ointment you use?
Oh, the ointment.
Where did you get it from?
I forget, but it's called D-Mole. It's manufactured out of, what is it, the Philippines? Just D-E-M-O-L-E.
Do you have
But
access to it? Do you have access to it?
I just Google it. Go Google and poof, you'll find it. You know, it works. I've used it on a numerous amount of people, on myself, my father.
Is it costly?
It's not that expensive, but it was around for 1,000 years, and then all of a sudden it reoccurred. What I can tell you is what I do remember. I'm in a scene I was shown as a small child, because every August I would recur the past and the future, and I would go and remember being a small child and being brought and saying, here, when you get older, this is going to be your job. This is what you're going to do for the humans on this planet. The other two guys that I eventually worked with, neither of them spoke English or spoke my language that I was speaking at the time. So, and then there was a mule that had a thing on its nose, and he used to walk around and help grind these things. And one of these scenes, I remember he was able to talk to animals, and he said, oh no, the mule wants to talk to you. I said, what are you talking, come on. And the mule said, oh yeah, before I had this ointment put on my nose, all the other horses used to make fun of me. Now that I did this, I'm proud. All the other horses know this is my job, and they don't bother me anymore.
Jim, are you going to talk any more about these scenes? I'm going to ask a question, and you're going to talk about it later, that's fine. In Dolores Cannon's book on Jesus and these scenes, she referred to a green stone that they had. You know, some type of a power stone.
Yeah, an energy stone.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
The two Jesus books that I have at Dolores must have been in another box, and I didn't bring them. I feel really bad, and I'll get to that later, why I don't get it.
Do you know anything about it?
I don't have memories of that. I just remember what I did.
Okay, very good.
All right, we'll start the next video.
Points though.
You may want to tilt that up just a little bit because it's cutting off.
Pause.